The M1117 model was developed in the late 90s for service in the Military Police Corps of the United States of America. It was one of the first U.S. military vehicles built with a mine-resistant hull. After 2001, the combat vehicle was adopted as a direct response to the threat posed by improvised explosive devices to American forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. The program was later cancelled in 2002 due to a change in budget priorities. The United States Army believed that there were enough vehicles in service that could be used without an unacceptable level of risk. In 2011, the cost of one M1117 was $800,000 per unit, which was significantly more expensive than the unarmored Army off-road Humvee costing $140,000, or its armored version costing $220,000. However, the war in Iraq in 2003 gave a new chance for this car. Active hostilities revealed numerous shortcomings of the available equipment. Humvees were vulnerable to ambushes and caused heavy losses. After all, Humvees were not created as armored vehicles and could not withstand serious fire contact with the enemy. However, the military police units that used the M1117 in the combat zone, namely the 527th Company and other units of the 720th Battalion of the Military Police, which were armed with 49 M1117 armored vehicles, successfully performed combat tasks and suffered relatively low losses. It is known that soldiers who used the M1117 and some members of Congress who visited Iraq preferred these machines because of the significantly higher level of protection. Due to the urgent requirements of the United States Army in the mid-2000s, production increased more than 40 times, from one manufactured armored vehicle in 3 weeks to 56 vehicles per month. As of mid-2007, 1,729 units were produced. It is interesting that many of the ordered armored vehicles were delivered not only to units of the Military Police Corps, but also to other structures, including the Iraqi National Police. Tactical and technical characteristics. The weight of the M1117 in the standard configuration is 15 tons, but with a complex of additional hinged ceramic armor it can reach 20 tons. The dimensions of the machine are 2.4 meters in width and 2.6 meters in height. In terms of size and capabilities, the M1117 is between the light Army off-roader Humvee and the $5 million Stryker armored personnel carrier. One of the key advantages of the Guardian is a multi-layered modular armor protection scheme with a removable set of hinged ceramic composite armor and a layer of armor steel, from which the machine's supporting body and the inner layer of Kevlar anti-debris lining are made. This greatly improves crew survivability, especially in urban combat. The car's armor protection is capable of withstanding hits from large-caliber 12.7mm machine guns all around, including the turret. Protected against detonations of improvised explosive devices and mines, the design of the machine is able to withstand an explosion equivalent to 6 kilograms of TNT. The M1117 weaponry is designed for effective combat against the enemy's manpower, although it can also destroy lightly armored vehicles. It is a 40mm automatic grenade launcher Mk-19, paired with a large-caliber Browning M2 HB 12.7mm machine gun. They are installed on a rotating 360-degree tower with an electric drive. Additional firepower can be provided by a 7.62mm M240H machine gun in the gunner's turret hatch. The machine is also equipped with smoke mortars installed on the tower. The armored personnel carrier is equipped with day and night sights. A typical working crew consists of 3 people, a driver, a commander and a gunner with an additional passenger if necessary. The armored car has 2 main side doors for the exit of the landing party and crew, a hatch in the turret for the operator gunner and a separate door on the right aft of the hull, which leads past the motor transmission compartment, located on the left, into the landing compartment. They can also serve as an emergency exit from the car or a space for cargo. Such a number of doors and hatches increases the chances of evacuation in the event of an ambush or an accident. Due to the high center of mass, the M1117 has a serious risk of tipping over. However, the crew members have a high chance of surviving this. After all, the tower is completely closed and protects the gunner from falling out. It is true that there are at least 2 cases of overturning that resulted in the death of 2 soldiers. Then the tower broke away from the car. After several such incidents, Textron added 15 additional bolts to the turret attachment point. The survivability of an armored car. The M1117 uses an advanced modular armor kit from IBD Diesenroth Engineering. It consists of ceramic composite plates on the outside and an anti-splinter lining on the inside. Guardian armor is designed to withstand fire from small arms, mines and improvised explosive devices. The armor is located at an angle without vertical surfaces, which ensures a high probability of ricochets. Also, due to the angular inclination, the armored bottom of the machine is more resistant to detonation. The V-shaped shape deflects the energy of the blast wave, unlike the flat body, which absorbs all the energy and transfers it to the crew. M1117 in Iraq and Afghanistan withstood numerous ambushes and detonations on improvised explosive devices. Some individual combat units experienced detonations several times. There is one documented case of an armored car returning under its own power after traveling 45 kilometers after an explosive device destroyed all 4 tires. The armored car is equipped with a Cummins diesel engine with a capacity of 260 horsepower, combined with an Allison MD 3560 automatic transmission. The independent suspension creates a high ground clearance of 46 centimeters. It provides good patency. The combat vehicle is equipped with 4-wheel drive and a central tire inflation system, which ensures mobility on various types of terrain. The car is capable of developing speed on the highway up to 110 km per hour. It also overcomes water obstacles up to 1.5 meters deep. There are various modifications of this armored car. Combat Reconnaissance Vehicle. The base model of the M1117 armored car is equipped with a more powerful radio station. M1117 ICV Armored Personnel Carrier. The armored vehicle with a body lengthened by 60 centimeters is equipped with an open turret for a machine gun or grenade launcher instead of the standard closed turret. Capable of carrying 3 crew members and 8 paratroopers. M1200 Armored Night Artillery Adjuster Machine. The M1200 Armored Knight is a wheeled armored vehicle developed on the basis of the M1117. It carries equipment for the rapid guidance of high-precision aviation ammunition and the adjustment of artillery fire. The M1200 is equipped with a laser target designator, laser rangefinder and G-piece, as well as a radio and computers that receive target location data and transmit it to remote artillery units or bombers in the sky. M1117 Guardian in Ukraine. Last November, the U.S. Department of Defense announced the provision of $400 million in security assistance to Ukraine under the Ukraine Security Assistance Initiative, USAI, which includes M1117 Guardian vehicles. The announcement was said to be the start of a contracting process to provide additional defense capabilities to Ukraine, including funding for the repair and modernization of 250 Guardian M1117 armored security vehicles. Nevertheless, almost a year has passed since the signing of the contracts, and the delivery of the first combat vehicles was delayed for another 18 months. The Guardian transfer is beneficial for both parties. The U.S. Army recognized M1117 as an unnecessary type of equipment and is actively removing it from service. For the U.S. Army, the delivery means an easy disposal of older vehicles to facilitate the renewal and modernization of other armored vehicle fleets. For Ukraine, obtaining these combat units will allow to expand the capabilities of medium and light brigades, as well as highly mobile troops, which have a serious shortage of armored vehicles after the deployment of a dozen new brigades and the loss of equipment during a year of active hostilities. Guardian, despite the removal from service of the U.S. Army, cannot be called bad machines. The standard M1117 can be used as an armored fire support combat unit and support offensive actions with high movement rates due to its wheelbase and high maneuverability. Such vehicles could greatly help during the Kupion offensive operation, replacing numerous civilian pickup trucks armed with machine guns and grenade launchers. And a powerful anti-mine defense would be more important than ever during an offensive operation in Zaporozhye. Armament consisting of a 40mm automatic grenade launcher and a 12.7mm machine gun is ideal for mowing down enemy landings and urban structures, as well as allowing you to engage light armored vehicles, wheeled armored vehicles, armored personnel carriers and possibly even an infantry fighting vehicle if used 40mm cumulative grenades.